Okay guys, it's late at night, doing a bit of work on Bitcoin. Let me flick this over. And I'm about to drop an order in. And I'm just going to do a quick scalp onto this. Let me just quickly show you. It's just going to be a quid. Move that up to there. And let this in. I need to drop a bit extra on 237. I'm actually doing this to keep ahead of the game. It's something I'm doing for one of the guys in the squad called Wayne. A little salute to you, kid. Said he put a bit of money into Bitcoin. What did I say that was? 237. And I said I'd do the same thing with him. Okay. So we're nearly there. I need to get to 303 to get my 2% for the day. But as you can see, it's 11 days straight. Decent growth. I've already achieved what I set out to achieve, which is 100 quid. But I'll just kind of keep it going. But one of the other reasons why I wanted to do this is kind of just to show you what the market is all about. So let me just pull that back. Actually, just while it's having a bit of a think. What time is it? It's actually 11:15 at night. It's pushing back. So just switch that order off for now, and I'll analyze it. Let me just show you. Now, I did get a comment the other day, and to be honest, I'm having a bit of a hard time with some people at the moment. But there you go, 45 quid. And you just run through. These bits here, what you've got to be is absolutely ruthless with your executions. Get in and get out. You've got nowhere to go with a small account. But it's now built up into something that's reasonably meaningful. In other words, 154 quid. I can trade a little bit better with it now. Okay. So if I was to look at this and start analysing, the easiest thing to do is sort of go out to a 4 hour. What does that tell you? In real terms, what does that tell you? Well, you can see it's merrily pushing down, it's pushing up. You could say there's a hammer, there's a bit of momentum shift that way, but the strength seems to be to the downside. Okay, right. So if it's to the downside, is it continuing? Well, take it down into the next time frame. Have a little look. Well, you've still got strength to the down. It is pushing up. So what you want to do is you need to follow the candles up to allow it to come back down again. Now, all right, reasonably okay with that. Take it into 15 minutes and let's have a little look at that. Well, what's that doing? Well, that's got no upper strength. Not really. It's waning a bit. It's had a good push up, big hammer, pushing down, but the general consensus seems to be down. So have a look at here. What have we got now? Well, now what we can see is this time frame. It's already been to the top. It's pulling back down. It is pushing up. So what you want to do if you're going to sell it is sell it underneath. But why would you sell it? What is the thing? So you've looked through 4 hour down to 5 minutes. And it's kind of a mixed bag. But if you start coming out here, well, that is clearly pushing down. You can see it. It's clear as day. Big volume, little bit of a pushback to then continue down. It hasn't been extreme yet. And there's massive strength here in the market. And you can see it. Push back, down, push back, down. Weekly. What's it doing? Well, it's about to drop off the cliff. There's the move it's pulling against. Down, down, down. Down it goes. And even if you go as far out to the monthly, it's telling you the same thing. Now, bring it back to the hour so we can see what's going on. What can we see? It's tussling in and around. Okay, got a general consensus up here. The hourly's pushing down, 4 hours pushing down. but the short time frames are pushing up. All right, what does that tell me? It tells me there's indecision, but it also tells me there's opportunity. Now, the opportunity is what we're after, because everybody cries, I haven't got time to trade. Well, it's 10 to 11 at night. And I already did a few quid out of this. Now, I did a video the other day, again, took a lot of flack for it, where I was saying all you've got to do is about 20 quid a day. Well, it's starting to get like that. 17, 10, 23. What does that mean in real terms? Well, it's actually about 4 grand a year. Now, if you wanted a 20% pay rise, here's an account that started with 45 quid. And all you got to do is just chip at it. Do a pound, do another pound, and another pound, and another pound. And away you go. You know. So we'll take this down into 5 minutes. Let's have a little wee look, see what we've got. Right, it's triggered in. Okay. So what do I want? I want a quid. Well, you might be going, a pound? Whoop-de-bloody-do. Yeah. But if I'm compounding this every day to 2% and one thing and another, there's not a bank in the land would pay you a pound. But this can. And even if you're getting paid a pound every couple of minutes or whatever, doesn't really matter. It's just a little bit of sort of old school scalping. Just have me coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. It's pushing down. But what does that pound mean in real terms? Well, it's actually around a 10 pip move, or 10 times the position, because the size that I'm putting in is about 10 pence. All right, 10p, get a quid. It's 10 times the position, running into it as we speak. There we go, bash, done. Right, so that's cashed out. So that's added another quid. So we'll just drop this back onto what is today. Boom, boom, boom. Just like so. So 340. Okay, so we've got 340 running. So I don't have to do anything tomorrow now, because over the last hour or so, I've just done 2% of the account, which I was setting up, getting ready for the next day. You know, so when it hits midnight, that'll say day 12, and I've already done it. Okay, and then it'll roll over. Happy days. So what can I do now? Well, has anything changed? No, it hasn't. So fill the tank back up, run that up again. You know, let it push up, get it back in, keep your price underneath the candle. At this moment in time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's the lower point here. Put my order onto there, the lowest point, and then just follow the candles up. Take a quid. Why? Because it's not the best trade in the world. You know, it's quite a, how should we put it? It's not a dangerous trade. It's just not a great trade. So target appropriately. Right. Broke up to the top. Get that up underneath there. Right. It's now doing the same trade again. The exact same trade again. Bish, bash, bosh. Let it come down. This is what's called price bouncing. Now, I haven't got much room to work with it, so I've got to be a bit careful. Might only get 50 pence out of it. Might get a quid out of it. But it adds up. Bish, bash, bosh. Bish, bash, bosh. You know, I might want to say round off what the chart is, what I'm doing. So we've just put in 340. Well, I get a bit of OCD at times. So I might just say, well, I'll target 60 pence. That means that has hardly anywhere to go. Now, all I have to do is just repeat this a couple of times, and then I'm done for the day. You know, I can stage this up to here, and maybe put an order there and a 1 here. It's a bit rough considering I've only got 150 odd quid in the account, but now I've got the ability to stage in and do various other bits and pieces if I'm wrong, and use them to get out. Now here it is, it's coming down nice and easy. We'll take the 60p, and it should be a rounded figure Come on, down you go. We'll blow it. We'll blow it together. Well, maybe not. Anyway, so what's the purpose of showing you this? Well, it's quite simple. All these trades add up, but they also give you a skill set. And if you haven't got the skill set, you haven't earned the right to earn bigger money. You know, you've got to be able to control a small account. An account like this is far harder to trade than a big account because you've got nowhere to go. You've got to follow your analysis correctly, and you've got to do it in the moment. Just get on with it. Now, what I get is, you should be trading bigger. Well, I do trade bigger. You've seen my Vanguard account where I hold my funds. You know, it's over £150,000. How much bigger do you want it to be? I'm now doing a program where I'm going to turn 10,000 into 50 over 18 months. You'll see that, and I'll show you the bank account for that as we go. Well, I might do. It depends on what kind of people are like. If you're interested, I'll do it. But ultimately, I do these things to keep me sharp, and they do keep me sharp. But the more important thing is I get to know people. You know, some people you meet, I wouldn't bloody talk to them if I met them again. Other people you meet, you've got all the time in the world for them. And in this case, Wayne, he's a lovely guy, you know. I want to do it with him. Recently did it for Maxwell, you know. It's where we did the 15 quid challenges. And the reason I do it with them, with exactly the same as what they have, is so we all walk the same path. And then when they see in the mistakes or the victories, we should see them at the same time. That's the general gist of it anyway. So, come on. I only need you to move 6 pips. Come on, down. Go down, boy. Down. Down, ship. Well, don't. Anyway, it's 5 to 11. So the other side of the coin, just while this is playing out, is you can find yourself an hour at the end of the night, you know. And if that's the case, do a little bit of trading, you know. A couple of quid here, a couple of quid there. Suddenly it all adds up. And then when you've got a decent pot, maybe treat yourself to something, or split the pot in half. Buy yourself a prop fund. I do that all the time, you know. You know, you buy a prop fund, you run it, you get 3 or 4 payouts out of it, your return on investment is huge, do it again. No issues. And it's all about cultivating what you've got. And you'll be amazed how much you make from little money, you know. It's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. Come on. Down. Down, ship. It's having a bit of a thing, isn't it? Come on. I want a round number before I call it night. Go on. Go on, baby. You can do it. Come on. Come on. It's like a disobedient dog, isn't it? You keep wanting to learn it to sit and it does nout. Till you have a bloody piece of meat in your hand and then it'll sit and stare at you all day. Or in my case, a Winky that just stares at me wallet till I say, right, okay, you can have it. Nah, she can have anything she wants. She's my best friend. She really is. Beautiful girl she is. And my sole reason for being. There's nobody who'll replace her. Not one. Not even Princess Leia. Although, if they fancied a 2 up, I would go with that. Maybe it's a 3 up with... Yeah, I think Wonder Woman would do with a 3 up. Not sure how Winky would go with that. Although, she did ask me something tonight. She says, how do you view lesbians? And apparently in 4K was the wrong answer. But women are funny like that. They don't like to share their toys, do they? Well, actually, if you're a lesbian, you do. Thoughts of a scruff on a late night. Oh, that'll keep me awake all night, that one. Give me a second, I'll have a moment. Yeah, that one will keep me awake tonight. Right, okay. Bollocks. Come on. Right, go. Come on. Come on. It's going to click into 11 o'clock now. What we want is that just to pulse. I want it to pulse at 11 o'clock. Now, if it pulses up, I'm not bothered because I'm going to add into it here and I'll add into it there. And then I'll rely on the bounce to get me out. And if I lose a bit, I lose a bit. But I should have a net positive if everything goes to plan. But come on, down you go, down you go. None of the criterias have changed. It's about to turn over. What have we got? 5 or 6 seconds. And then the new candle will form. So up we go. There it is there. So come on, down. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Come on. Give us that little surge. That little pop. Come on. Don't be shy. Bloody hell, spells. Oh, it's having a think. It's having a think. Is it going to push? Come on, down. Okay. Right. Give me right. I was going to speed this up. I don't know whether this is going to pop down or not. Or I'll rephrase that. I do expect it to pop down. Just whether it's going to do it relatively quickly. Well, it's coming down nicely now. Let's have a little look. So, come on. Come on. All right. I'll speed it up for a few minutes because it looks like it might take about 15 minutes to play out. So let me just put a bit of speed on it. Okay, guys, there you go. So what I did was correct. Like I say, if you know how to draw these levels, you know exactly where they're going to bounce. Bounced on that to the pip. Then it could bounce off this one. So the idea is that one pays this one off, but with profit. And you end up with a net total. And there you go. So that one was worth 235. Killed off the losing trade. Gives me a net total of 452. Just like so. If that runs down any further, who gives a shit? I've done what I need to do. I can just reassess it and then do it again. So there you go. So there's like 452 over the course of the last hour or so. Doesn't sound much, but on 10p positions, that's colossal. So it's a 3% gain on the account. Don't have to do anything tomorrow because that's day 12 complete. I can have a lie in tomorrow. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. You know, why not? I finished my year's salary. Finished that in the middle of last month. I've had a wonderful year of holidays. I'm not necessarily going to do that next year. The reason why I had lots of holidays this year, for those who follow the channel, is it was a milestone wedding anniversary. And I asked Joanne what she wanted. And she could have had anything she wanted. You know, yes, she got a new car and one thing and another. But the one thing she really wanted was time. So that's what I did. I took a holiday every single month for her. And at the end of this month, we go on a Christmas cruise, and then that ends the year off just nicely. Now, that was all paid for from these, doing little challenges like this. You know, you make 500 quid, you buy a lodge. You make £1,000, you buy a cruise, because you can get a decent cruise for 600-700 quid. You know, make 2,000 quid, go off on an aeroplane somewhere nice. It's not difficult, you know, and you just keep on doing it. And I often work while I'm away anyway, but I still spend time with her, a lot of time with her. And it's all from this. So when people laugh at me and have a go, What did you do? How did you make your money? Because I've got memories that I'll have for a lifetime. And trading gave it to me. By not being greedy, by being clever, and planning everything out. So if you've liked this, subscribe to the channel. Genuinely appreciated. For those who have, check that you've turned the bell icon on, just so that you get reminded of any videos that I pop out. And do like, comment, and share. Really helps me. Genuinely does. And if I've helped you, that's how you help me. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love. And the money will follow. See you all in the next one.